Y'all know what I'm thinking. I am thinking that on the other side of this kind of like reality check with America is is either going to be Handmaid's Tale or it's going to be a whole new future. And part of that future is going to have to include reparations to black folks if we go towards the future for growth. And unfortunately, I think what we're all learning is you can't half ass grow. You either have to be fully committed to the growth or fully committed to the regression, right? So if we're fully committed to the growth, it's one of the two. You're either intentionally moving forward or you're intentionally moving backwards. Because even if you think you're going to stand still by default, you're going to go backwards because life goes forward, right? So in terms of and I read that somewhere. I'm paraphrasing and I'm not giving the original person credit. Forgive me for that original person. But there's no way that we're going to be able to have a new America that we can have without fully embracing growth as a country. And that will absolutely include reparations. It's going to include a reckoning with our greedy oligarchs. They're going to have to go somewhere too. Because what's really killing America is greed and racism. Those two, right? And if you look at the foundation, it's almost like the same. It's two sides of the same coin, right? I want to go deeper into that, and I feel like some of you guys have to go deeper in it to me, go deeper into it for me. But greed and racism are literally the same thing that's holding us back, and it disguises itself. It disguises itself as Christianity, as patriarchy, as homophobia, sexism, misogyny. It just it disguises itself as so much, but it's really those two. And some people say it's greed. Some people say it's all capitalism. I don't believe that, and the reason why I don't believe that is because in the absence of wealth, without changing America, black folks will still get unalived by the culture of America, right? I want to say white supremacy, but the reality is a lot of the cops that have unalived black folks in the past have been Latinos, right? So it's the idea of white supremacy that does not have wealth that is just as dangerous to this new world that we need to create. And that same white supremacy usually has homophobia, it usually has sexism, it has all the things. So, on the other side of that equation, what we're going to have to figure out is how to stop making that shit. Because that is, it's like the foundation of a cancer, of a malignant cancer that wipes us all out at some point. There's no surviving with them. We're terminal. We're on a short path to nothing with that. So the three things that we're going to have to do to make America great for the first time after this situation is over, and it has to play out. It has to. And the reason why is because America, all of Americans, all of our diversity, all of it, America needs to see what racism gets us, what greed gets us. And they really need to see it firsthand, right? They need to see that it gets us absolutely nothing. It actually harms all of us. So us pulling ourselves out of the equation so they can see themselves and not have their view obstructed is perfect, because they need to see it. And only through the seeing it will transformation happen. And sometimes I get a little sad that Elon Musk is in the equation, because I feel like him being in the conversation is going to give people this space where they're like, if Trump would have just been able to govern by himself, if he would have been able to just do it all by himself, Elon Musk had to come in and mess it up and blah, blah, blah. I feel like because people see Elon Musk as something different than Trump, they might still romanticize the idea of Trump upholding them in this white supremacist culture, right? Lifting them up and all that good stuff. But the reality is, it's always going to be an Elon Musk. It's always going to be somebody. And on the other, somebody else that Trump needs, whether it's a Putin or Elon, it's somebody. He needs somebody. So no matter what, it was going to be an Elon. Even if you think Trump would have been better without Elon or Elon, whatever, he was going to find somebody. He was going to find somebody to mess y'all up or mess us up as a country. The other thing that we need to do is we do need to tweak politics. We do. And I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I don't think any person who is not at least second generation American should be able to have a political office. I don't. I do not. I do not. I don't understand why it's so easy for people who are immigrants and descendants of immigrants to hold the keys to our nuclear bombs, right? I don't understand why that doesn't make sense. I don't feel like any other country has that. I just don't feel like it. And maybe if we did that, we wouldn't have so much money going out in foreign aid. Maybe a lot of the foreign aid is because the people who are from those countries come here and then start telling us what to do with our money. This is just me, but I would very much still like us to do things like put caps on terms, put more restrictions on who can serve. Definitely, you can't be a felon. You just can't. It doesn't work. And then on the other side of the new land that we create, we're going to have some goals as a country. We need some goals. We need some improvement goals, end homelessness, end poverty, create a better system, create foundations to withstand our changing climates. We need goals. We have no goals. So as a result, whatever politician comes in the office, they just make shit up because we don't have a direction of where they should be going. The game should be to get us to that end goal of where we're all trying to go as quickly as possible. That should be the game. But we don't have an end goal. We're all sitting here brand new. It's simple. End poverty. End homelessness. Create structures to feed us, to house us, to make living affordable. It's not, that shouldn't even be anything to argue about, ever, right? So when this is over, we cannot fucking go back to America as usual, because that was a joke and that was just a scam anyway. We do need to transform, and we need to transform in every regard. We also need to eliminate sundown towns, because the racist whites that kill folks and unalive us and all that good stuff, they're there. And sundown towns are all over America in every state. They need to be eliminated. Those people need to be locked up or exported or something. We just need to transform, a complete overhaul. Anything less is, we're just buying time to the next Make America Great candidate comes in. But what do y'all think?